Good evening, everyone, and welcome to, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Town of Rhinebeck Planning Board meeting for Monday, October 16th, 2023. Thank you, everybody, for attending. We have a quorum, and I know of no changes to the agenda, correct? Mercifully sweet this evening. You've all received Jen's meeting notes. Any comments or questions? Have a motion to accept?
So
Second?
Motion by Sean, second by Michael. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. We will not be reviewing the October 2nd minutes this evening, as Gretchen has been pressed with other responsibilities that have delayed the preparation of those minutes. So we will look at them at the next meeting. Any correspondence or announcements to bring to the attention of the board? All right, hearing none, we'll move into the new application portion of this evening's meeting. The only new application we're looking at this evening is Sabrina Feldman, 22 Salisbury Turnpike, site plan, special use permit, and wetlands permit for the use of a barn as an art studio and renovations. You, Sabrina? Or representing Sabrina? No, Sabrina. Would you come to the microphone and explain to us what you'd like to do?
Yeah.
I'll just, should I speak or? This is your own.
try again.
Hello?
Okay.
Hi. So, I live on Salisbury Turnpike and I have a little white house and a red barn next to it. It's a historic barn from 1881. It's in fairly good shape and I want to use it as an art studio, and because I'm a potter and a ceramic sculptor and I have glazes that can't freeze, so I need to be able to work in it and obviously to insulate it. I don't have intention to change the outside at all from the front or the side, but needed to get more light in the space. So I was hoping for some windows in the back of it. I was originally thinking about changing out all the windows to double pane, but since I've been, thinking about the construction of it, we decided just to go with storm windows and keep the original windows that are all there. The only thing that I'll need to do in the front is to put sliding doors in the front. We'll try to keep the original doors if possible, and just, repair them. And just put a slider so that they can slide over the other windows. And then I'm looking for something, right now I'm in conversation with Hudson Valley House Parts, trying to find something to fill the 8-foot space with either all glass or just another barn door that can close off the elements. And because it's on a slope, we're just going to have to make it so that the water can't go in, the snow melts and things like that. So we're just trying to seal it up. The front shed, we're going to just, again, repair to keep it. I would put something in the wintertime that would be kind of like a storm from the inside, just to keep the weather out, and then remove it in the summer and be able to open the door. I have a railing there right now, so nobody can fall out. It's to code. And on the side of the building, same thing. There's two kind of shed doors there on the top where the haylofts work. The first door, same thing. I have a railing there right now, and I just want to put some sort of storm thing that will block it for the heat and the cooling, and take it out in the summer. And I'll probably have it open and air coming through in the summer. And then the back one is more of a storage area, and because you need light, what I would like to do is put a pane glass window behind the shutter. And maybe even the shutter stays open, but we'll keep we'll repair the original shutter, keep the shutter there, but that we would have a window there that would be permanent, because that's actually not a space that you can access easily and open and close. So, and I've created a light well where the old stairs were, so that I can have a light down in part of the studio that would be downstairs in that area, if I could have that window. All the other windows, I would just be putting storm windows on. And you can see where the 3 windows are to the right there, where I would be working downstairs. And then I put a staircase in there already. Everything we left, instead of doing foam insulation because that would have destroyed the structure. We spent a lot more money than we did the rock wool. So it's all insulation. The only thing that's not sealed up are the windows and the doors at this time. The back door and the side door are just very floppy old barn doors. Again, we would need to repair them, and I don't have the specs yet, but I was just going to put like a storm door on the inside of those, so we'll need, you know, them as they are with all their hardware and everything, we'll just repair them, and then we would just have like a storm on the inside so that I can, you know, keep the weather out, and I just need to be able to have mini splits or, you know, some kind of heating in there, and we figured out a way to put the mini split system in the back so that's not visible at all from the road, and same with those, you know, the mini split ducts could just be in the back, and like the side, you won't see them. There's a big wrap-up topping on the side of the barn, so it's easy to hide anything on that side from the road, because there's also trees going up there, so like anybody driving by would never see the mini split, you know, duct, even though it will be painted the same color as the barn anyway. So we're not really doing anything that's going to change the look of it, except for in the back, which we would add 3 windows on the top and 3 windows on the bottom just for light. That's what we're requesting, and the mini splits is like urgent sort of because winter's coming and I need to be able to heat it enough to not have my materials freeze. And it's our only storage. Our house has no basement or attic, so we're using it for storage and for our studio combined.
Jim?
All right, we'll go back to the site plan.
Oh, and we're not changing the footprint at all. We just literally want to seal it up.
Yeah, so we had a couple comments. I think primarily we're talking about aesthetic issues related to historic preservation, but I did have a couple comments. The first one was that I did see you were proposing mini splits on the second floor in the storage area, and the first floor, storage area, entry sidewall area, but I didn't see any details on where the mini splits were actually going to go, or any kind of rendering showing where they were going to be. I just kind of saw a note on the plans.
On the plans, there's actually pictures of the mini splits on the walls.
Right on the inside here.
Yeah, on the
I
inside.
didn't see anything on the outside.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's what we would-
the outside, like that side we don't see, so we're just gonna go up high and across.
Still need to see us.
It's
We
still,
need to
even on
see
the
it.
plans for the, for the building department, they need to know kind of where the mini split's going to land on the
Okay.
exterior of the building. But again, because these are, I think, principally aesthetic issues related to historic preservation, we want to see that. And maybe we can kind of like a quick rendering for showing what it would kind of look like wherever they were going to go. So you had one here, and I think there was one, I forget what that one was, it's back in here somewhere.
There's one right here. So there's one
Okay.
here, there's one downstairs here, and one upstairs
Right.
right above it.
So
So
showing,
the two are
showing those on,
right next to each
yeah,
other.
showing those on the plans would be good. If you have a picture of what that unit would look like, or if you could even kind of get it in the photo rendering, that would be good as well, so we can see what it looks like.
The rendering of the mini split, the unit, the outdoor unit goes right here. You couldn't, like, I just pasted it on the picture. I don't have the technology to lay it out on like Photoshop or anything, but I kind of like pasted it in on the picture that I submitted. That is just like hand-drawn rendering.
Okay. well, we'll see that one, but,
And the only thing I didn't show was the ducting. That's the only thing missing.
So this is the only exterior unit back here?
Yeah.
So all 3 of these are going to run back to this one?
Correct.
And the ducting work would go run along the outside of the building? Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to know the details on that.
On the ducting.
Yeah. And then the other question that I had was just related to the use. I know it's listed as storage here and a studio on the first floor. But when we get on the second floor, you have it labeled as storage, but we kind of have like, it look like couches and a person sitting here at a table, which kind of looks more like a lounge area type thing. And the storage over here, I just bring up for the planning board's note that, it is a decent sized area. We do consider whether or not a space could be used as a bedroom. It will become conditioned space eventually. But there is, this hole in the floor here, that's the light well going through. I don't know that the way that it's designed necessarily makes itself out to be easily a bedroom, but I did want to just mention that as
The
a,
ceiling's only this high.
oh, it's a lower ceiling.
Yeah. You could come look at it. like, you can't even stand up.
Okay, so that's some of the clarification. You could just clarify, the storage area, what it's like, and then, what you're prepared.
So this area, like, I would be using this as a work area, and I have pedestals that I'm putting my work on just to protect it. And like, I need to store my work. So I set it up, with pedestals and stuff, so I can have my work in a place that's not gonna get destroyed. So I'm using that kind of, and I will be sitting on a chair up there, and I probably will have a table, and I'll probably work up there. And then downstairs, I'm gonna do like, I have the wheel, like I do hand building, so, and I do big stuff. So upstairs, we'll have enough room to do the big stuff. And then downstairs, I have throwing, glazing, things that would be messy, that I can like hose the floor down. Yeah, and then the whole front is completely storage. Like I have bicycles and snow blowers and then upstairs, the storage is, the upstairs picture. This is all right now, like, every material I could ever need, like all my boxes for shipping. Yeah. And I invite anybody to come look at the barn too.
We'll do the planning board will do a site visit.
Okay.
That'll come up in a second. That just raised an interesting question. So I didn't realize, so you're gonna wash down, I guess you're just kind of applying with a hose area that you work. Where does that water go? How does that work?
I wouldn't probably wash it down with those. I'd probably wash it down with the mop.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't have a hose. I don't even have water. Like, there's no water there because
That
there's
was
no
gonna be
well
the next
and there's no septic. So
So
I'm literally
you
gonna,
water for
I'm gonna be, well, I'll bring
water
up,
for throwing pots?
because I handle, I just take a 5-gallon bucket, I fill it up with the hose at the house and I walk it over. And then I wash everything in the bucket, I let it settle, I pour off the water, and then I let the clay dry out in the bottom. So that's how I do it.
Other planning board members, questions, comments?
Is there a kiln?
Yes,
And where is that?
it's right here, it's an electric kiln.
So it can be inside?
It has to be inside.
I see.
And the setbacks of it are a foot away from everything.
And Jim, could we roll up and look at the drawings?
I'm embarrassed about the drawings.
Probably the renderings?
Yeah, these are showing what it expects to look like eventually, when the changes are made, correct?
Yeah, and the person who was helping me lay it out originally, like, we were thinking, no, we'll do Dutch doors, but like, we don't have the budget for that anymore. So we're just going to be leaving the shed door and putting, but we need the lights because we don't have any lights over there. There is its own electric over there already. And so the Dutch doors, don't pay attention to those because we're just going to leave the shed doors and I just want to put some sort of storm door behind it. I've talked to Hobson already and they're going to get invested.
So this doesn't represent what you're going to build.
The doors in the back don't represent anything.
You'll have to change that.
And these, like, we had named these windows, and I already edited, putting just storm windows on the current windows instead of replacing any of those windows.
When you said edited, we have updated plans that show these changes?
I just edited on the list of the windows we were changing. Those windows look exactly like they would have, but they just have numbers on them. So I just edited the list of the windows that we're changing, which is 0 of the existing windows, except for the area where I want to put the 3 in the upper back area. And the lower back area.
So you've amended the schedule?
Yeah, that schedule was, I had included a handwritten one that said not changing, not changing, not changing. I have a copy of it here, I had submitted it.
Well, I'm just wondering whether it doesn't need to be reflected on the actual plan or the pictures.
It should be. It's certainly something APAC's going to bring up, and so I was going to mention that. So I originally talked about how we need to know kind of where the midi-split elements are going on the outside of the building. We also usually, I think always want to know exactly what the windows are going to look like and the door details that you're going to have. So if we're showing, a Dutch door here, that really needs to be revised to show the actual door. I know it's labeled, but the plans need to reflect what's actually going to happen on the property.
Okay, so should I just, on that piece, the guy who did these plans that isn't around anymore, so I don't really have a way to do that unless, I'll just get advice from somebody about how to change these plans. Yeah.
Well,
The Dutch door,
think, permission from the person who prepared the plan.
Well, that was going to be my next
You can't
comment. yeah.
change
So,
someone else's plans.
in New York State, it's not legal to draw on someone else's plans unless you get their permission, so
Okay, well,
if they're not
will
around
try
and
to
doing
engage
this,
them.
but you can get it in writing from them, that you can have someone else edit them or something like that, that's fine, but legally, you can't draw on someone else's plans by state education law.
Okay, well, I'll have to tell you that. Maybe I'm sure. We'll figure it out.
So the real changes are at the back, right, which is the lower left here.
The roof changes?
The changes from what's there now.
Windows.
The only addition that I would like to do are the 3 windows on the top and the 3 windows on the bottom. Those are the changes, and then otherwise we'll keep what you see on
Can you
the
see those
outside.
side to side?
Yeah, I'm trying to shrink it.
All of the windows that are existing there would be having storm windows on top of them, except for that top window, which we're going to take that top window and replace one of the windows that's broken on the side with it. It's the same size as another window already on the barn. So we'll even reuse the window that we're taking down on the top, and then that little square window is the only one that's going to go away, which is literally just the bottom of a double hung that somebody reused in that spot.
The one next to the door you're talking about? Or the one,
This one, so we're gonna have 3 windows here, so I have light in the studio here.
Yeah.
And then this is the only one we're literally getting rid of. This one's gonna be reused on the side where there's a broken window. Somebody just shoved in a window that's not even a window. So it actually took a real window there instead, which would be nicer than it's there, which is something with air around it.
what are the floors made of?
The downstairs is poured concrete from the previous owner, and the upstairs is original laundry that we, had repaired and so.
And are you going to be working by like task lighting, or is your goal to use all natural lighting for your?
All natural light, you mean indoors? Indoors, I just have like clip lights that plug in.
Okay. But not like overhead lighting or anything?
All the
No.
overhead lighting was already there. In the space. We didn't put anything new.
And I do want to note, you already have a application in with the building department for work on the barn that includes electrical.
Yeah.
So that went for that, and I think it's like installation as well. So those are moving forward separately.
And the stairs also got approved and built on. There was only a ladder going up to the loft.
And in the loft, does that front part there, does that also have a really low ceiling or for part of it, or is it pretty much clear all the way around?
Only this, so this part right here
Yeah.
is the part that's the storage space, that's the low ceiling. This has a high ceiling, and then the other side is where we opened up the floor to put the stairs. And they're just kind of rough stairs, simple barn looking. There's no running water, and there's no possibility of having running water or septic there because of the wetland, and we don't have a setback enough to put anything.
Anyone else? All right, we have a draft procedural resolution. Jim?
So the draft procedure resolution for the board's consideration tonight, acting on the application by Sabrina Feldman for site plan special use permit, wetlands permit. We're going to check through 125, section 12572, 12566, and 120-4. Renovations and modifications to an existing barn at 22 South Ray Turnpike within the RC5. Accepting the application supporting documents is adequate for further review. Classifying the action as type 2 under seeker. We will schedule a public hearing for November 20th. We will send this to the CAB for their review. We will send this to PayPack. It's not going to WAC. That's a mistake. And we will send this to county planning for review. And we need to delegate 2 planning board members to attend.
I'll go. Karen?
I'll go.
And Craig? Sharon and Craig? Thank you. All right, may I have a motion to accept the draft procedural resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, and a second?
Second, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Craig and Sharon will be in touch with you to schedule a time that's mutually convenient.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That concludes the new application portion of the meeting this evening. And we leave at 6:15, so we can move into the public hearing. The first schedule for this evening is Laura Sullivan, 127 Hilltop Road, site plan review for the construction of a pool house. We have a request to continue this public hearing. Any details, Gretchen? I think they're still working out the specifics of what they might want to be doing there. We did speak to the folks today with Precon and asked them to come back with the details of exactly what their next steps are going to be. So, could I have a motion to continue the public hearing to, I think, undetermined at this point? Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Second? Is that Sharon? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, the motion carries. The second public hearing scheduled for this evening is Rock Ledge, 492 Ackert Hook Road, site plan approval, special use permit, and wetlands permit for condo units. This too, we have a request for a continuation of the public hearing. Was it to November 20th as well? May I have a motion? So moved. Second? Second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Hello, yeah. I see there's public. Anyone wishing to comment?
Karen Buell, 467 Ackerman Road. I don't have any comments. I'm just curious of what the status is right now. Or is Rockledge still waiting for the town engineer, or has he responded at this point?
I saw an email today from the town engineer indicating that he thought he had concluded everything.
Okay.
That there were still, although it's always a couple of minor things, but nothing, so that, I don't know what the minor things are,
Okay.
but that's how I characterized it. I completed my review except for some minor things, and I don't know what the minor things are, so I haven't had a conversation with either Christian or Mark to know where they are.
So he's largely satisfied with the plans as they stand?
Sounds like that.
Okay.
I'm not going to put words in his mouth, please. But I can tell you that there is very current communication between them that looks like it's being wrapped up.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
As of today, I don't have anything to share publicly.
Got it. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I just wanted to hear about Rockledge.
Well, there you go. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Did I ask for the vote? Well, let me ask you a question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions. Thank you. And the last public hearing for this evening, Wireless Edge Verizon, 3866 Route 9G, site plan and special use permit for a cell tower. We recall that they need to go to the ZBA. Gretchen informs us that they have not made that application yet, so that it's not scheduled. So we don't know what their timing is on that. And they too have asked for an extension to November 20th, and the shot clock continues until December. So those are the two dates of interest.
Melody, there's one other small little
Yes.
problem.
We've been told today that a notice of violation has been issued to owner of the property for, as the result of noise complaints from neighbors about activities that are taking place on the weekend primarily on the subject property. It does not, obviously, it's not being managed by Wireless Verizon. However, it is on the property that Wireless Edge is looking to locate this project on. Typically, if there is a violation on a property, it prevents the planning board or any other board from continuing to review We will continue the public hearing because of the shot clock and other things attached to this project. It's a little bit different. But we'll see what happens in the next month. As of today, I don't believe that the zoning administrator had heard from the property owner regarding the notice of violation. So that's all the information we have. But that could easily delay the review of the application. Well, two things will delay it. Number one, if they haven't even made an application to the zoning board of appeals, typically it's a 3-month process from the beginning. So this is not going to, happen overnight now. And they'll have the other issue to resolve as well before either board can take it.
So are we continuing to November 20th?
I think we will, because we have to stay ahead of, or at least managing that shot clock, which only goes until December for this project. So in this case, we will continue it to the next month, to November 20th, if I could have that motion.
So moved.
Second? Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstention? Motion carried. I don't see anything else on the agenda. Anything else anyone else has? Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. As a second? Second. Sharon, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries.